I know my, but sometimes when we tell the story, sometimes we don't get to go into deep detail. See, you would never knew that Pastor Joe, when he had lost everything. When Pastor Joe, pastor and first lady, blessed me years ago, when I first started coming here with the van. Because I didn't have a car. But I knew that wherever I was going to go, wherever God led me, if it was on a bus, if it was walking, whatever the case may be, God, I'm going to get there. And I got blessed. And people don't know how he was destroyed or talked about it. Why are you doing that? Why are you giving this and giving that, but not knowing that it not only blessed me, but then later on, I didn't realize that the blessing that was given to me was going to be something that I had to sometimes lay my head in. Because Pastor Joe didn't have a place to go. See, people don't know this stuff. When I had to lay in my car, when I didn't know when ends meet was going to come, but I had to trust in God, because I couldn't trust in myself because self kept getting in the way and messing up.
Come on, come on.
This song is very deep, and it's going to speak to you leaders, those that is called in the forefront, but it's also going to speak to the body. Everything that's about to be presented. Like I said, you don't know sometimes how, when you're supposed to be a leader, you're supposed to be an example, but yet you're not able to lead and be that example because everybody look to you like you have the answers and like you are not supposed to never go through nothing.
Come on now, come on.
But not understanding that I'm human just like you. I struggle just like you. I have financial issues just like anybody else. I deal with temptation just like anybody else. And a lot of these things grab me. A lot of these things, I lived in it. I dwelled in it. I stayed in it. But yet, I come to church and I put on this makeup like everything is cool and everything is good, but deep down in me, I'm struggling. But I put on a front. As a leader, I put on a front. But it's time for the real leader to stand up.
That's right.
Yeah, I get up here, I wear mime paint, and I do this and I do that, and so you can get the art and you can get the demonstration, yes. But behind all this paint, behind the title, I'm a servant just like you. And I need help just like you. So can everybody in here, please, please, please do me a favor. Really, really, really listen. And if the Spirit of God is in you, let the Spirit of God do what it needs to do at this moment. Receive. Be blessed. It's not just, I don't want you to get caught up in the dancing. Don't get caught up in the dancing. Please don't. You get caught up in the Spirit. And let the Spirit minister. Like I said, this is my testimony.
One of the things that I've discovered is it doesn't matter how long you've been in church or how many people you prayed for, or even how many scriptures you know. There comes a time in our life where we all find it difficult to trust God. And for me and my family, that happened about 3.5 years ago as we lost our home and our car was repossessed. For over 7 months, we went from motel to motel and just sleeping wherever we could because we had nowhere else to go. And I can remember in the motel, my wife would take pillows and blankets and fill the bathtub up so my son could sleep there because the room was so small. I began to question God. I said, God, where are you? Do you see what I'm going through? Do you care about the situation I'm in? And it seemed like God had forgotten about me. And as I ministered to people on Wednesdays and Sundays and Many times they would come and say, James, can you pray for me? Can you intercede for me? But what they didn't know at the time was I was needing somebody to pray for me. Come on, can I get a witness? Somebody that, come on, sometimes you've poured out and you've served and you just wanted somebody to stand in the gap and pray for you. And I found myself there, and at that moment I began to say, God, are you still here with me? God shared with me, he said, James, you got to be able to trust me even when you don't know why you're going through what you're going through, and even when it seems like I've forgotten about you, and even when it seems like I'm not with you. He said, you got to be able to trust me now. He said, and if you can trust me during these times, God said, I'm getting ready to do something in your life that even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. It was at that moment I began to say, Lord, I will trust you. And I began to worship with my family as I held my son. I began to get the words of this song. I say, God, even though I can't see you, and even though I can't feel your touch, God, I still trust you. Oh God, I still believe that you're going to make a way for me. I still believe that you wouldn't put me here if you weren't going to bring me out. And at that moment, God gave me this song, and to see now this song, I trust you, that has blessed millions of people all over the world. And God knew that somebody was going to be going through what I was going through in this season of their life. And he understood that he was going to need a song to encourage the people of God. And I understand now why God had to put me in that situation in order to get the song out of me that would encourage somebody right now. I didn't understand it then, but God, I understand now why I had to go through that season.
Trust you, Lord, how I love you so much. Though my nights may seem long and I feel so alone, Lord, my trust is in you. I surrender to you. So many painful thoughts through my mind, and I wonder how I will make it through this time without trust.
It's not easy.
Lord, it's not easy. Sometimes the pain in my life
Makes you seem so far away.
so far away. Without trust, I need to know you're
As long as I know you're here, Father, I know I can make it.
through the tears and the pain,
Thank you, Jesus.
through the heartache and rain. I'll trust you.
Oh God, I trust you. Sometimes it's so hard because everything that I see tells me not to believe.
Everything that I see tells me not to believe, but I'll trust you, Lord. You have never failed me. My past still controls me.
It happened to me 10 years ago.
This hurt ever leave.
Yeah.
I can only trust you. No one loves like you do.
But it's the thoughts in my mind.
So many painful thoughts travel through my mind, and I wonder
How I will make it.
I will make it through
Oh God,
this
but I trust you.
without trust. Lord, it's not easy.
Sometimes the pain in my life,
Sometimes the pain
oh God, makes you seem so far away. Can I get a witness, somebody? But God, I trust you.
I need to know you're here.
Through the tears,
Through the tears and the pain, through the heartache and rain.
anybody ever had to cry late in the midnight? Every tear you've had to cry. Heartache and rain. Come on, take it out through the tears. Oh, that's right, through the heartache. Listen, somebody's going through something right now, and the devil's trying to convince you that there's no way you can make it out. And he says you're not going to be able to get out of this situation. I wish somebody would make the devil out of a lie right now and lift your hands and say, God, I will trust you. I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know when you're going to show up.